It's your boy, U-Goboy. That's Mongo, all right? This is the U-Goboy podcast channel. But before we start, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We got unfiltered, authentic conversations. We got sports talk. We got drops. Oh, yeah. So, Mongo, what should they do?
Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Yahtzee, have to talk about Reggie Miller and the choke part 2. Halliburton is all types. Get the savages going. Marv, hold the savage button down until game 2 starts. Halliburton with the Reggie Miller choke. With Reggie Miller on broadcasting, sitting there courtside. Lord have mercy. We'll guess first. What's going through your minds? You guys are up 17 points. And wait a minute, you guys know I love stats, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Bring them out.
This one starts with a 1 and ends with a number in the thousands.
Oh, it does.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
Everyone's favorite stat.
Shout out to Caritha. I don't know how to pronounce this last name, but I'll put you on the graphic. NBA teams were 0 and 970 when down by 14 or more points in the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds of a regular season game of a regulation game in the playoffs over the last 27 seasons. They are now 1 and 970, and I think you guys know who that one is. Lord have mercy. The floor is yours, guys. What the hell happened in that last 250, or really that last 4 minutes of the game, where you guys had one of the all-time choke jobs in the history of NBA playoffs?
I'm going to let you lead off on this one.
Solid. Well, first things first. Let me address the Halliburton choke sign.
Reggie Miller part 2?
I'm not going to lie.
The only Tyrese we acknowledge is Gibson.
Baby boy, now streaming on Disney+.
Exactly.
This is how I look at it.
Guns and butter, baby.
That gesture would have been so hard, not even from a fan perspective. That would have been so hard if you knew for a fact you cleared the three-point line and hit that shot. That's what I will say first. It is what it is. They tied the game. They can have that. To be honest with you, I actually am more disappointed in the Knicks than I was upset we lost, because it was the way it happened. It looked like the whole game there was some miscommunication when the starters would come to the bench. I feel like Tibbs didn't adjust. Matter of fact, his hand was forced. For the first time ever, he went deep down the bench and put in, I believe it was whoever it was, with like 2 minutes left. Or no, not even 2 minutes left. It might have been like 20 seconds left in the first half, right? Mm-hmm. I was so upset at the adjustments we did not make.
Talking about Nesmith?
No,
okay.
For the Knicks.
Never mind.
I don't know why. It was one of our bench guys that never even touched the floor like that during the year. But anyway, it was because they were making sure. I think Brunson wasn't in foul trouble at the time.
Five fouls.
Yes. So honestly, moving forward, we're in game 2 tonight. And, when you see this, I'm hoping that, it's a Knicks money line tonight, right? Because you get this win, it's almost like you can put game 1 behind you. It doesn't haunt you as much. And we've been here before, but we were on the other side. We did it to Boston in the previous series,
and Detroit,
right? And so I know we're built for this type of adversity that's coming our way. But tonight, man, I need the energy. I need the defense high. I need the adjustments high. Simple as this. A guy is coming off hitting 2-3 in a row. Don't hesitate last minute, because that's what happened. You thought, this Naismith kid, he's not going to hit another one. He's not going to hit another one. Before you know, we're 7 threes away from what happened. So honestly, I can deal with what happened and the debacle, but don't let it happen again.
Keep that same energy.
We've waited 25 years for this moment. We're not going to let one game bring us down. But at the same time, I need y'all to come in tonight on your bully.
Keep that same real energy.
Like New York City beef. Real 50 Cent, Ja Rule problems. I need to see that tonight. I wouldn't even mind. Look, if we need to put PJ Tucker out and James Johnson need to come out, and somebody got a brawl to get this thing going. You get it going, man.
Get him going.
Let's go. Knicks in 6. Come on, man. Let's go.
Dom DeMarco.
What I'm talking about. Let's go.
It's smoking over there.
I really don't like that guy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how you top that, but all I will say is that Rick Carlisle got the better head of Tibbs in this last
You mean
game.
Jim Carrey? He looks just like Jim Carrey. It's ridiculous.
You talking about Fire Marshal Bill?
Yes. Yes. Ace Ventura.
Let me
over
show you
there.
something. Anyway, Rick Carlisle ran circles around Tibbs, especially when he had those 2 challenges at the very last part of the regulation.
Facts.
It was very smart coaching on his part, so I'll give him that. And also, where was the defense? I mean, Tibbs is his whole resume is built on defense, and the defense was non-existent. It looked like Sam Darnold in that ghost game that was going on right now in that Jets game back in the day. There was no defense, and I think that the Knicks were getting a little bit too. They were smelling their own, whatever for too long, and then they thought they had this in the bag. I think they got a little cocky. That's not part of the characteristics. But overall, they got outcoached. And I think that Tibbs needs to step it up. He needs to put his foot down. He needs the defense needs to step up. I don't care who it is. Anybody off the bench or on the starting roster, do not let any open shots get through it. And as far as Halliburton, that was just a lucky shot. He was very lucky that thing went so high to the point I didn't even see it from my TV, only for it to go down. That's a one in a miracle.
It's an anomaly, for sure.
It's an anomaly, sure. But also, let's keep in mind, they got to keep that same energy, like we just said earlier.
Facts.
And also, if we like to see history repeating, let's not forget that the last time that Reggie Miller did the choke sign, Knicks were the one that won that series. So let's let history repeat as far as that's concerned.
And the last thing I want to say, because a lot of fans, a lot of people say, oh, the Knicks should have got this call. The NBA went back, saw there were 2 calls that they should have received and they could have won the game. Look, the way we were up, I don't care about none of that.
Facts.
I don't even care about the
I'm tired about the double dribble. Yeah, I don't care about that stuff.
Don't. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we should have finished that game up by
17.
at the least. At the least. But you know what? Real players mess up. Get back on your grind. Real G's never fold. That's simple.
When my name come up, respect it.
There you go.
One more Birdman. One more Birdman.
When my name come up, respect it.
Dom DeMarco. What I will say about the way that game ended and moving forward in this series, you guys have this guy from Jersey named Karl Anthony Towns, right?
Yeah.
Right? He sounds crazy when the hot mic's on him. And he's just like, that was a foul. Like, he sounds wild and zesty, but that's neither here or there. But
Come on, man.
what I will say, it can't be Jalen Brunson or bust. It cannot be.
No.
If you got, because that's what killed you guys last year. In a 7-game loss at the Garden to these very same Pacers.
Correct.
You guys got to have Hart, Anthony Towns, who wasn't on the roster, I don't believe.
Anunoby.
You
was hurt, yep.
The rest of the squad, Tims and all, they got to show up, man. Right. Because Jalen Brunson can go off for 40 every single night, and that would kind of play into what the Pacers want. They want his usage to be crazy. Because for another grueling 7-game series, I don't want to speak injury into existence, but it's more probable and more likely that he's going to break down if it's everything is on Brunson.
Usage, yes.
Usage is just out of control. It's the same way in football. I think McCaffrey got hurt last year for the 49ers. Like the usage can't be so crazy. Other guys, great teams. You want to know why the Thunder are thundering and why I believe they'll be in the finals? Because SGA is the best player on the planet right now. He deserves to be MVP.
Yes.
But look, he's got other dudes that step up. He's got Williams. He's got a bunch of other guys.
He's got Hartenstein.
Even Hartenstein, former Knick. He's got Caruso. He's got guys that step up and carry the load for him when he's getting triple teamed and getting fouled left and right or whatnot. It can't be Brunson or bust. The way the Pacers, it's not Halliburton or bust. Halliburton doesn't need to score 30 points to beat you guys.
No, he's got Miles Turner.
He doesn't. Left and right. Naismith, he's got weapons.
Siakam.
Siakam could average 25 and they would be just fine because, again, they've got more options. Your role players have to step up for you guys to win this series. It has to, especially with the home court now slanted toward them. We'll see what happens tonight, but it can't be Brunson or bust.
Correct.
Cat needs to be Cat for you guys to win. He has to leave his mark on this series for you guys to win. If Cat is just so-so, I don't think you guys win the series.
Yeah.
I don't.
And he needs to step up. He needs to step up for sure.
And to piggyback off of what you just said, you were like, there was a period before the second half ended where Brunson came out. We went on a 10-0 run.
Right.
Deuce McBride had us moving along.
Because he was in foul trouble.
He's another one.
And that's how I know we know what to do this time around. It was a different vibe. You just got to stay focused. Don't shy away from your game. Don't try to sit up and just take threes all day. They want to live and die by the three, you let them. The way we move the ball, we need to keep that up defensively, stay patient. You know, because I'll give the Pacers this. They're a fast-paced offense. They want to run us out the gym.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's their game.
If
That's their game.
we can control the tempo, it's ours. It's that simple. And that's just all we got to do. We got to play our game at home. Figure out game 3 when game 3 comes. Game 2 tonight in the Garden. You got the support of not only MSG, the city. We here. We're this close. It's been 25 years, fellas.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. And listen, just one last thing that I'll say, and then we'll move on. As a long-suffering Jets fan, one of the things that I've had to suffer when it comes to even wins is that most of the wins, and you'll agree with this with me, Mongo, whenever the Jets recently have won games, it's more like they were playing not to lose as opposed to actually going for the jugular. That's what the Knicks were trying to do. They need to go for this forward, because I feel like somewhere towards the last 2 minutes of the last game, I felt like if the Knicks win this game, it's because they were playing not to lose, not because they actually wanted to win. They need to go for the jugular. They need to actually want to win and not play like, okay, we got this in the bag, now let's just play not to lose. No, you need to have that killer instinct, and you have to go back to the 90s Knicks era, you know, absorb that same energy and apply it to this one, because that's what the vibes are already getting from the Pacers and this rivalry and so on and so forth. So they need to apply pressure starting tonight.
Patrick Ewing is going to be in the building again. He has to be. He has to be.
It's your boy, U-Goboy. And my friends at New York Posse, they're going to hook you up with some official gear. The Knicks are hotter than ever, and they're going to get you right with some official snapbacks, beanies, official gear, official like tissue, baby. Hit that promo code below, 2024. Get 20% off on all New York Posse gear. Hit the link below, and they're going to get you right. It's your boy, U-Goboy. Yahtzee.